Romeo and Juliet.
Shakespeare.
Yes, I like that one. Or maybe The Scarlet Letter.
Choose one
Hmm.
for the next presentation.
Romeo and Juliet.
Good. Take it with you. So 1 week will be enough for you?
Yes.
Good. Next time, when we meet again,
Yes.
be ready to do the same. Plot, lesson, and answer to questions.
Okay.
Good.
토마스는 기억이 없던 상태로 미로 속에 들어왔는데 그 이유는 무엇일까요? When Thomas first arrived into the glade, he, as you might know, started with no memory at all, who he was, his family, and even his last name. But a reason why there was a purpose why he came here without a memory was because he and a girl who also arrives later on in the book, they were actually the creators of the maze. So the reason why his memory was all gone was because to remove his memory as a creator, since as a creator he would know all the strategies and all the exits of the maze. So in order for this challenge not to be so easy for the other gladers, I think that the creators purposely released Thomas into the box so that he comes out but doesn't have the memory around of what the maze is at all. Since he already made the maze, it wouldn't be a challenge for everyone if there's somebody who already made the maze who would know all the exit routes. So I think that's the reason why Thomas's memory was all erased since he arrived to the glade. 미로에서 살고 있는 글레이드 사람들은 어떤 규칙을 가지고 살고 있나요? People in the glade, mostly boys, follow a lot of strict rules so that they can live in a harmony together. Well, one of the similarities between them before the rules is that they all forgot who they were and memories, who were their families, where they came from. So they really have to mostly rely on each other to live. And one of the biggest rules is that in order for you to be in the maze and explore and find ways to exit, you must be a runner before you go into the maze. Because the runners have the most experience, and people outside of the runners, the normal gladers, they don't realize how dangerous the maze is. So it's important that the runners are the only ones who are going in, as they're the most talented, the fastest, the smartest, and the most experienced with challenges they're going to face. And during the story, Jonas gets trapped in the maze and he breaks one of the biggest rules. But thankfully he was skillful enough and he was strong and he was able to be brave and save Albie in the maze. Although he did break the rule, that's one of the reasons how he became the runner. But as one of the rules of the glade, it's important that you don't go into the maze if you're not a runner. Only if you're recognized or once you're honored as a runner, then you have the privilege to go in the maze. 토마스가 처음 글레이드에 도착했을 때 그 사람들은 그를 어떻게 대했나요? When Thomas first arrived,
Right after reading the question, put the paper down on the table.
Should I start from question 1? Okay. Also for the Japanese part, I can only read bits of it, but I can try to read as much as I can. So the first question is, why does Katniss volunteer for her sister Prim? How does this moment shape the rest of the story? なぜ Katniss something?
Put it on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Katniss is a person who is she's very loyal to her family, and since her father died in a mining accident when she was really little, she really wants to protect her family, make sure her family is safe. So that's why she started hunting, so she could hunt sustenance for her family with like plants and animals. So when Prim, her younger sister, was chosen to be called at the reaping for the Hunger Games, she immediately volunteered because her sister is like, her little sister is described to be more like petite and like fragile, I guess. Since she's like really little, so Katniss volunteers. Okay, this changes the rest of the story because Prim, being like so little and fragile and petite and like innocent, she probably wouldn't survive long in the Hunger Games. But since Katniss took up hunting with her father and then continued exercising the skill as she grew older until the moment she volunteered, it gave her a much higher advantage in winning the Hunger Games, which she does eventually. Question 2. What role does the reaping play in showing the inequality between the capital and the districts? Okay, so the capital essentially created the reapings. So how they describe it is because they had like the dark days where there used to be 13 districts, but there's only 12 because the 13th was destroyed. But when there was 13 districts, they had an uprising against the capital for freedom. And then in the end, the capital allegedly destroyed the 13th district. And then they said because of the uprising, every year each district had to kind of sacrifice a tribute for the reapings or for the games. Wait a minute. And okay. And also by doing this, the capital kind of shows all the districts that they have the most power, and that if any of the districts try to do another uprising, they would be destroyed, like the 13th district. Also because all the districts, they all kind of work to give the capital sustenance.